gotta tell you a story about the cast iron Bandito. I was a great sheriff who was known as Sheriff Goodman. I have once worked for many police organizations as well as that. And I was a great sheriff who fought many demons, zombies, aliens, robots, doppelgangers, mortals, and these monsters. I was a good sheriff. And I decided to retire from my job. So I could go on to review one. And I was one of the Apache Bandito. But now I was known as the Cast Iron Bandito. And the story is true.
Hello, and welcome to another Cast Iron Bandito game review. Well, this episode is going to be an advertisement. And for those of you who haven't seen my previous Cast Iron Bandito game reviews,
There was one episode that was divided into two parts. And it was pretty good. I wanted to experiment with advertising because I was looking forward to the Daytona 500. And guess what? It actually worked. So, as an episode, it was pretty good. And both of these episodes had two different parts because of them being 4 game reviews long. And the games were good too. And I had to tell you something. There were other NASCAR games like NASCAR the Game 2011, which was released in the year 2011. And that game was pretty good. And you get to customize your own car. And there was NASCAR the Game Inside Line, which is pretty much just another version of NASCAR, the game 2011, with some of the features removed. And there were also EA Sports NASCAR games released previously, like the first EA Sports NASCAR game was NASCAR 98, and it's varied on many different consoles. And if you haven't seen both of these Casar and Bandito game reviews, I recommend you seeing them, because they are great. And they are both family friendly. Both parts
Well, this
of the episode are
episode is
family
going to
friendly.
be an advertisement to Monsters University. Why? Because I have always been a fan of Pixar movies. Even as a kid, I loved to watch Pixar movies. And now, I even liked all of the Pixar movies, and they were my favorites. My favorite movies. I mean. And I even owned some Pixar related merchandise. It was known that Pixar has always been a fan favorite for a long time. So today we're going to be reviewing Toy Story 2 Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue for the Nintendo 64. Why? Because Toy Story 2 is one of Pixar's movies. And if I don't do a review based on a Pixar movie, it won't count as an advertisement for Monsters University. Now, this game is, believe it or not really that bad. The gameplay of Toy Story 2 Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue was really good. And it was fun. And had a lot of variety of levels. And it's strange to know this was a movie licensed game, and we usually know how bad those are. So it is a good game and one of the better movie licensed games ever. So, before I do my game review, I have to tell you one thing. I usually curse in some of my videos, but since this is going to be an advertisement to Monsters University, this is going to be more of a family-friendly episode. So, and one more thing, I cannot wait to see Monsters University. So, let's get ready for some high-flying action with Toy Story 2 Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue! So here we go into the game, and guess what? It has the actual Toy Story theme you hear in the movies. You can give the game developers credit for that, because it's usually good to have a movie licensed game with the actual Toy Story theme song you hear in all of the Toy Story movies. So here we go into level 1. Andy's house. With all the level designs, you should find the locations from the movie familiar. If you have ever watched Toy Story 2. And before you go into any level, even has stills taken from the movie. The game, as I said, the game is good and fun to play. And other than Zurg, it has some main enemies you run into, like these robots that bounce, or the helicopter enemies. And each mission has its own specific objective. So I'll see you in the first level boss. So, here we go into the first boss level. And it's a robot who pretty much looks like the Destructoid. He looks a bit like the Destructoid. And his weakness is you have to shoot him from the back. So while he's winding, it's your chance to shoot him from the back. And as I said, all the boss fights are fairies. So, we defeated the toy robot who looks like the Destructoid. And guess what we get for defeating the boss? A Pizza Planet token. So, see you in the